What are you watching?
Shitter.
They told me bust out my AP, perfect timing. Got them baguettes up on my neck, stay.
Good morning, and thank you for watching GHS TV News. I'm Bernie Bohannon.
And I'm Cash May.
A new school year brings a lot of new faces to campus. Reporter Cole Bradford has a profile on one of our new GHS teachers.
Coach Stelting.
Now that the school year is in full swing, it's time to meet and recognize all of our new GHS teachers. Today, we are starting our journey with Coach Stelting. Coach Stelting is one of Gravette High School's new social studies teacher.
I teach economics, sociology, psychology, and then coach the offensive line for 7 through 12.
Coach Stelting was inspired to teach when he was in high school, courtesy of his teacher, Mrs. Griffith. Coach Stelting uses his sarcasm as a way to connect and create a fun and enjoyable environment for his students. Outside of school, Coach Stelting loves to watch sports, go duck hunting, and spend time with his family. This is just a few things to know about Coach Stelting, but don't let that stop you from getting to know him yourself. Coach Stelting can be found in room 166, so be sure to drop on by and say hello.
It's that time again. We have another random question and another random object to clip onto. Here's me with Tiny Mike again. Welcome back. I'm Cash May. Welcome to this week's edition of Tiny Mike. This week's question is water wet?
Yeah, very. I just got my hand wet filling up this water bottle, so.
You heard it here first. Water's wet. Is water wet?
No,
Why?
because water makes things wet.
So water's dry.
No,
So it's wet.
no.
I love orange juice. It tastes so good when I get sick. The vitamin C helps me feel better, quenches my thirst. If I drink too much of it, I get heartburn. So I love orange juice.
Yes. It is?
Yes.
Is water wet?
Water is wet, yes.
Coach Bell, is water wet?
Truth.
Depends
In what situation?
if it's frozen or not.
So would you say that frozen water is not wet?
No, it's not wet.
It's not wet? But would you say that...
Frozen hard.
Frozen hard.
Okay. Would you say that just a cup of water is wet?
The cup ain't wet. The water's wet.
So what if you have the frozen water, the ice, in the wet water?
So are you talking about the ice or the water now?
Both.
That wasn't the question.
Okay, we'll start. So the ice is not wet, but the water's wet.
The water is wet then.
Okay.
Maybe. I think so.
No.
Why?
I don't know, but I heard some people talk about it in history class. So I'm just gonna not fact check them, and I believe them. It's not wet. On itself, it's not wet. Also, go Lions.
Go Lions.
Water is wet because water has water molecules attached to it, which means it's wet. Water is wet. Final, that's it. Shut up. It's wet. 9, you're wrong.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
He says it depends. If I freeze my water and make it ice, it's not wet.
That's pretty wet.
But if I don't freeze it, it's wet.
What's wet?
The water. But
I almost got you there.
now, I asked him if I put water with ice and if I add ice to my water, what's wet? And he said, which one? He didn't. I said both. He said that's not the question.
So, what's wet?
All of it, in my opinion.
What'd you say about you?
What?
What'd you say about you?
I said that water's wet.
Dry.
Is water wet?
No.
Why?
I don't know, it's just not wet.
It's just not wet? Okay. What do you think, Belle?
I think it is.
Miss Moots, is water wet?
Oh gosh, I hate this question. No?
Why?
Yes?
Okay. Is water wet?
I'm tired of this question. Get out of my face.
Okay. Hello, Mrs. Schaefer.
Hi.
We have a question for you.
Okay.
As a science teacher, is water wet?
Yes.
It is?
Yeah.
Who said it? Who said it? Gage said it. Gage said it. Water's wet.
Yes.
It is. It's also polar.
Wow. That's a double fact. That's a double fact.
Really, Miss Schaefer's gonna be so. Miss Schaefer or Duncan, she will be so proud of you. What does polarity mean?
Doesn't polarity mean that water sticks to water?
Oh my gosh, is that cohesion or adhesion?
Co.
Oh.
Wow, you're so smart.
Oh. I have to. No, I have to. No, Mr. Waticha. No. No.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know how it got wet, but it is wet.
I kind of agree with you.
Yes, I think.
All right. We'll see you next week.
Now let's take a look at what's for lunch this week. Today we're having Philly cheesesteak sandwiches or ham and cheese croissants with baked beans. On the first day of October, it's Mexican chicken or chicken quesadillas. Wednesday, it is chicken tenders or pork loin roast with scalloped potatoes.
It's scallops, dang it.
Thursday, it's pizza Lunchables or Mac Sticks. And Friday, it's cheeseburgers and curly fries.
Tomorrow, the Lady Lions volleyball team will take on Huntsville here at home. It's a pink-out game. Thursday, Gentry comes to town. The football team hits the road Friday to play in Green Forest. If you can't make it to the football game, remember, you can catch all the action live on the GHS TV YouTube channel. And you can always get ready for football by watching Gravit Game Day live at 6 o'clock.
You can get caught up on all Gravit Sports by listening to the Gravit Sports podcast. Look for new episodes every week on the GHS TV YouTube channel and wherever you get your podcasts. This week, hear about Gravit's football, volleyball, cross country, and golf teams and their games.
Now it's time for our Lions survey, and we want to know this week, is water wet? Is it? Is it not? Is it a taco? Check your email to respond.
That's it for this edition of GHS TV News. I'm Brody Bohannon. I'm Cash May, and we'll see you next week.
I ain't even hit my peak. I ain't trying. 100K for a signing. Okay. Would they pay? I got reminded.
I love orange juice.